So, hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to learn about Scratch. What is Scratch? Scratch is a online community which has been developed by MIT Media Lab. It is designed to introduce programming concepts to children and beginners in a very fun and interactive way. So it's a very nice option for us, which can allow us to create our own interactive stories, animation, games, and many more just by dragging and dropping the visual blocks of code. So the main interesting thing is here that we need not to type the code by ourselves. Here, Scratch is providing us a lot of different blocks under which already some instructions are given. So we just need to drag and drop and create our own stories or animation. Also, being the online community, here we have the option through which we can actually see other different projects which are uploaded there. Also, we can upload our own project in our Scratch. So this is the website of the Scratch which is open now. Though Scratch can be used both in online and offline version. So this one is the online version which I have opened, and the website is scratch.mit.edu. Okay, so after opening this website, we can click on create button. Then we will be shifted to the main interface of Scratch where we can create our own projects. So let's see how does it look like and how does it work actually. So now my new project is being created. This is the interface of Scratch where we can see the different tutorials if we want to do so, because many projects are already there. If not, then we can close, and this is the area. So at the left side, as you can see, motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variable, and my block. So these are the different blocks which we do have, and under each block there are different instructions which can be used for creating our own stories or animation. Also, at the bottom left corner, as you can see this plus option, there are many more blocks or the extension which can be added if we want to do so. So by clicking on that, we can also add a few more extension through which we can design some more different type of stories or animation. Okay, so coming back to the interface, this one is the code part. At the left side, we have different instructions. This part is for the coding area where we can drag and drop our code. Right side, the small arrow where the small cat is showing, this is our stage. This cat is the default sprite which is showing here. Here sprite means the characters which we are going to use in our animation. Okay, and just below the stage we have these options to control our sprite. Like the name of the sprite is sprite 1. If you want to change the name from here, we can change the name of our sprite. Okay, this one is for showing or for hiding this sprite. This one is the size of the sprite. If we want to make our sprite bigger, then we can change the sprite size from here. This one is the direction of our sprite. If we want to rotate the sprite or flip it or change the direction, then we can do it from here. Okay, then here this x and y, these are two coordinates. What are those? How do they work? That we will learn slowly. Basically, as you know, the center point, the exactly center point of the stage where the value of x and y will be 0 and 0. And now the value of x and y is showing the current position of our sprite. Okay, comparing to the center point. And here at the bottom left corner, one small icon is there. This icon is for choosing a sprite. So here by default the cat sprite is showing. If you want, you can also choose any sprite from the list which Scratch has provided us. We have a long list of sprite. As you can see, there are different folders, and each of the folder is having a different type of sprites. So from here, if we want to choose any other different sprite, that also we can do. So this there are four options. First one is for choosing a sprite. Or if we want to paint our own sprite, then paint option can be chosen. Here, as you can see, this small window is opening named costume, where we can paint our own sprite. Okay, the next two more options are there. This one is surprise, means the list which we have from there. If we are going to choose this option, surprisingly, one random sprite will be added. And this option is for uploading a sprite. If we want to upload our own sprite, suppose I have downloaded some picture from the internet, which one I want to use as a sprite, that one can be easily uploaded here. Okay, so this icon is for sprite. Next icon which is showing over here, that is the backdrop. These are for the backdrop. But similarly, just like the sprite, for backdrop also we can choose the backdrop from the list which has been provided by Scratch. Okay, or if you want, we can also paint our own backdrop as per our requirement, or we can choose a surprise backdrop also from the list. One random backdrop is going to be added, and this one is for uploading a backdrop. If you have downloaded some picture from the internet or from somewhere, we can also upload that one over here. So these are the four options for our backdrop. Okay, so this one is the sound part. If we want to add any sound or we want to work on the sound, then this is going to be used by us. Now let us go back to the code part, because this code is going to be used by us for writing the code to create some stories or animation. Okay, so for writing the code for this particular sprite, the cat sprite, I need to click on the cat. Okay, suppose here I want to add one backdrop. For doing that, let us go to the choose a backdrop option, and here we can choose any backdrop. Suppose this backdrop I am choosing. Okay, so we can click on our sprite and we can move it anywhere on the stage. So I am moving it on this particular part. Right, now suppose if I want to move my cat sprite towards the uh, right side, for doing that we have move option over here. Okay, so I can choose move 10 steps. Now, if I want to move my sprite forward, for that, from the event block, I need to give some instruction, like when green flag is going to be clicked, or when space key is going to be pressed, or when the sprite is going to be clicked. So any condition we can choose. Whenever that condition will satisfy, then my cat sprite will move. So if you'll notice over here at this part, there are two small icon. One small green flag is there, and one red button is there. Green flag is to start the animation, and this red one is to stop. So I am choosing this option. When green flag is clicked, move 10 steps. So if I will click on the green flag, see my cat sprite is moving. So each time I will click on the green flag, each time my cat sprite is moving towards right side. Okay, here in the motion block, not only the 10 steps, suppose if you want to increase the number of steps, that also you can do. If you want, you can make it 20. Very easy, similar. So then it will be moving that way. Okay. Also, here is one option, go to random position. If instead of using this move 20 steps, we can also use go to random position. Suppose I do not want this move 20 steps. So I will click it and drag it to the left side. Automatically it will be deleted. Now if I want to use the random position, I will click and I will drag it over here. So what will happen? My cat sprite will move to any random position on the stage. So if I will click on the green flag now, see it has moved down. So each time I will click, it will go to some random position on the stage. Now, if suppose here, as you can see for the cat sprite, some color is already given. If you want to change the color of our cat sprite, you need to go to the costume tab. Can you see that? Just beside the code, we have costume tab. If I click on costume tab, here the cat sprite is showing. From here, if you want to make some changes to the color, we can do that one. Okay, so we need to choose one color from here. Suppose if I am going to choose this color, red color. Okay, and I want to apply it to this particular portion. See, it has been added. So there are two costume for our cat sprite. So for both the costume, I'm going to apply the same. Done. Now coming back to the coding part. So in the same block, motion block, we have this option also, glide 1 seconds to random position. If I'm clicking on random position, it is just moving so quickly to the random position. If we will choose the glide option, then what will happen? Then it can glide and reach to a random position easily. So when I'm clicking on the green flag, so the movement while my cat sprite is moving, I can see the movement of the cat sprite and it is going to the random position. As you can see, it is just going to the sky also. Also, here we have the option of go to X and Y. So if we want to specify the value of X and Y, that also can be done. If my cat sprite is here and I have given the option like my go to X value is 8 minus 87 and 177. So if I will click on the green flag, it will go to exactly that position where the value of X and Y is minus 87 and 177. See, the current position of the cat sprite is showing below the stage. What is the value now? The value is minus 164 and minus 100. So if we want to change it to any particular position, that also is possible. So we just need to change the value of X and Y in this go to statement. We will click on the green flag. It has gone to that particular position. Okay, if we are going to use the similar glide option, then what will happen? Then the movement of the cat sprite, we can see how it is moving, that we can see. See, it is moving, we can see the way it is moving, right? So there are many more options in this motion block which we can use for making it move. Now see, if I am simply adding move 10 steps to the right side, my sprite is moving, it's fine, but it is not feeling like that it is working. It is just moving, but it is not giving it a look that it is working. So if we want to do so, what we can do is, for each sprite provided by Scratch is having different costume. If we will click on costume tab, see there are two costume. Two costumes are given. See, while I am clicking on different costume, see the difference which is showing on the stage, right? So if we can change the costume, then only it will give us a look like the sprite is moving. So I'm deleting move 10 steps now. So if I want to make the changes in the costume part, then I need to go to the looks block. Looks block is there for costume. Here we have one option called next costume. So when the green flag is clicked, next costume. If I click on the green flag, see each time I'm clicking on the green flag, my cat sprite is changing its costume. See the difference? And as it is changing the costume, so it looks like it is working. Now, if I will give the motion block and move 10 steps option, if I will use now, then see, now it is working and moving to the right side. See, okay, this is happening. So each time I'm clicking and it is moving to the right side. This is working, it's fine, but each time I need to click on the green flag to make it move. It's not that automatically it's going on. So if I want this to happen repeatedly automatically it will be going on. For that we have something called loops in the programming. So for that we need to go to the control block. Here is one option called forever. If we are going to click on the forever block, so automatically it will be going on forever until I will click on the red button. Else the option is there for repeating it. So if I want to repeat one task for multiple number of times, I can drag the repeat block. By default 10 is showing. If you want, you can make it 20 or any number you can add there, and then you can drag your code over here. Now if you will click on the green flag, see my cat sprite is moving. It has moved for 20 times. Okay, see if I'm clicking, dragging it back, it is moving 20 times. But the movement is too fast. So if you want to control the timing of the movement, for that what you can do is, we need to go to this option in the control block. See, oh wait, 1 second is there. we can choose that 1 second option just before move 10 steps. Now it is moving, and it each before each movement it is taking 1 second, but it seems that 1 second is too slow. So what we can do, we can make it zero point 0.3 or zero point 0.5 as per our requirement. Now if I'm dragging it back, clicking on the green flag, it's moving towards the right side. See, it is automatically moving, but it will move only 20 steps at we have given the 20 steps over here. So if we want to give any other number of time, that we can always give, but apart from repeat, we do also have the option called forever. If we are going to use, then until I will click on the red button, it will be going on continuously. So forever block, inside the block I'm putting the other codes. So I'm dragging it to the left side. Now while I click on the green flag, it's continuously moving. As I will not click on the red button now, so it will be continuously moving on to the right side. It's moving to the right side. So it is moving, but there is a problem. See, now it is going out of the stage. If I will click on the green flag now and I will drag it back, now what can we do to solve the problem? That option also we have. So in the motion block, we have one option, this option in motion block, if on edge bounce. So if we are going to use this option, then what will happen, it will be moving towards right side, and once it is going to touch the edge, then it will bounce back. So if I will click on the green flag now, it is moving towards right side. Now, while it is touching the edge, it is bouncing back. But see what has happened? It has flipped to the wrong side, right? So to stop this wrong flipping, what we should do? First, let us click on this red button. Now, coming to the bottom of the stage, where sprite name, show, hide, size is showing. Just beside the size, we have the direction. We will click on the direction. See, this direction, the circle is showing. Below that, we have three icon. The middle icon is for left or right. So if we will click this one, then what will happen? Then my sprite can only move to the left or right side. It will not flip that way. It will just only flip to the left or right, flip horizontally. It will not flip vertically. So I will click on this option. It is enabled now. If I am dragging it down and clicking on the green flag, then my cat sprite is moving to the right side, and once it's going to touch the edge, then it is coming back that way, right? Also at the top right corner we have three icon. See, this one is full screen mode. If you will click on this, then what will happen, then it is going on in a full screen mode. And again, to move out of the full screen mode, we will click on this icon. Okay, so that much was from motion block. Though we have many more options that we will learn slowly, that much only for today. Thank you. You can also now try it out with the online scratch. You can either do it with the cat sprite or you can add any other sprite, and you can always do that. Okay, thank you.